Hey guys, today we have Pavitra and she is having total 5 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices. And guys, those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Yeah, hello Pavitra, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Okay. So I am Pavitra from Tamil Nadu. I have overall of 5 years of corporate experience, including 3+ years of real hands-on experience in Java, Spring Boot, microservice related projects.
Mm-hmm.
Currently working in one of the good company, and where I was working in some portfolio management client group.
Mm-hmm.
So my typical sprint involves having an offshore call with the clients, and we will be having a number of features to be completed within the next PSIs or sprints. Together with our team, we will be discussing about the features. And
Mm-hmm.
once picking the feature, I'll try to get complete those feature within a corresponding sprint,
Okay.
so which involves all the building REST APIs right from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, or it may involve a small feature accordingly.
Okay, got it. So,
Yeah.
do you have any concurrency system in your project? And if
No,
yes,
it's
no.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's
Okay,
not
so
more that.
So you guys are not using multiple threads and all logs, reentrant logs, or these type of stuff.
We are using for logs and all. We are using things like Prometheus, Grafana, those real monitoring tools.
Okay. No,
But
no,
still,
I'm not
yeah.
asking for logs. Logs, LOCKs, like reentrant
No,
logs
no, no,
or
no, not, yeah, it's not
no.
actually multi-threading, so not using logs much.
Okay. So did you ever use concurrent hash map then? No, I think, right?
No, not
No.
much.
But do you know how this concurrent hash map works internally?
Yeah, so concurrent hash map, it's a thread safe version of a hash map,
Mm-hmm.
where if two threads try to manipulate at the same time, it we couldn't able to do. Actually, if one thread is trying to manipulate, they will obtain a lock. So once
Mm-hmm.
that get released, only the other thread may able to access it again.
Okay. Okay, got it. How would you implement equals and hash code method manually? Like, what are the ways to implement it?
We can it will be in our object less, so we can
Mm-hmm.
override that particular method,
Okay.
and we'll introduce our logic for that hashing.
Do you know the contract between hash code and equals?
You mean in which way? Like,
Okay, so like there is a contract if A equals B, right? If A dot equals B, then
okay,
their hash code must be equal, right? This is
yeah, yeah,
first contract, right?
okay. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not much
Okay, so yes, we
aware
have
about.
some contracts like this one
Okay,
equal one. If A dot equals B is true, then A dot hash code must equal to
B
B
equals
dot
to
hash
B.
code. And if equal is false, then hash codes can collide, but should be rare.
Okay.
This is the second one. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So moving ahead, can you explain how Spring Boot auto configuration mechanism work internally?
So once we annotate a particular application with that Spring Boot application, it is actually a combination of three annotations already at configuration, at component, and at
Mm-hmm.
uh, enable auto configuration, all these things.
Okay.
So with the help of these three annotations, all the required components are getting scans automatically, and all the configurations are getting enabled
Mm-hmm.
internally.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Do you know about Spring Dot factories? The role of Spring Dot factories in auto configuration?
Auto configuration. I know these factories and all in use. I don't know much how these things are working inside.
Yeah. So in the
I'm not
older
sure.
versions, Spring Dot factories, and in the latest version is auto configuration dot imports, where we add all the
Okay.
configuration or uh, I mean, mechanism or the architecture of code, right, related to the auto
Okay.
configuration. Okay. Hey guys, I want to share something important with you. Actually, Pavitra prepared from our interview preparation kit and cracked multiple interviews. We have also referred her to the multiple companies. So, guys, let me tell you this interview preparation kit has four main parts. First is complete interview preparation material. It is a step-by-step material made by me, expert, and MNC's interviewers. 99% of the questions asked in interviews are covered in it. Second is two real enterprise client projects. Code and video recording sessions are there, and you can add this in your resume. Third is lifetime chat support. Here you can ask your doubts anytime, any day. Fourth is referral support. Here we help you to get referred to the top MNCs. So guys, basically the material is organized as per your experience level and covers Java, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data, JPA, microservices, Kafka, Maven, Git, coding questions, Stream API coding questions, and many more. You can buy just the complete interview preparation material or the full interview preparation kit with project supports and reference. I have added the links in the description below. So now moving to our interview. And guys, since Pavitra is here, so we can ask for a feedback. So Pavitra, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, it's good, and with the help of that, I'm just preparing step by step, and it's
Okay,
very much useful.
thank you. So Pavitra, can you please tell me how can we disable a specific auto configuration? Do you know or have you done the same thing?
Can you give me any scenario?
Okay, so for example, you have added any bean or configuration or anything, or you have added any dependency, right?
Okay.
Now you just want to disable the specific auto configuration for that. So how can we do that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't able
Okay,
to
yeah, it's fine.
recollect.
Okay, so we can exclude inside the enable auto configuration. We can use a exclude is equal to, and then we can write a class name.
Excluded.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we can exclude that won't work. That will disable, right? Or we can
Okay.
also do via property like spring dot auto configure dot exclude is equal to. Then we can write the class name, right? Or we can disable the specific features with properties, right?
Okay.
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 So, Pavitra, please tell me how you guys are securing your REST APIs, or what do you think is the best way to secure the REST API?
So the basic way is to include the Spring Starter security,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the things, and then the most of the projects people are using this JWT authenticated
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, recipes. So which is the most popular and also common in use. But
Okay.
that is one of the best practice.
How would you secure on the basis of authorization and authentication?
How would I?
Let's say you are going to secure a REST API,
Okay.
right? You add a
Okay.
security for authorization and you just you want to add a security for authentication. So
Okay.
just want to know how would you do this?
So, after including all the dependencies related to this
Mm-hmm.
JWT and all,
Okay.
there is an architecture with this user detail server. So,
Mm-hmm.
if I wanna, there is a default architecture for the basic authentication. So, if
Mm-hmm.
I just want to permit some of the home pages and the login pages, so
Mm-hmm.
we can just give permission to all those pages. Otherwise, we need to uh, like separate the pages which are all need to be authenticated with the authentication functions,
Okay.
dot giving permit all
Mm-hmm.
to the home pages and all, and need to for pages which need to get authorized, we need to just uh, give functions like dot authenticated, then only we can able to access
What's
those
the
pages.
difference between authentication and authorization?
So authentication is who you are, whether you are an admin, you are having an access to this
Mm-hmm.
particular site or web page. That is called authentication. And authorization is like who you are. Authentication is whether you have a permission to enter this page or not. Authorization is whether you are allowed to make any changes in that particular environment, or you are
Mm-hmm.
just only a read-only person. You can get details. That's it.
Okay. What's the difference between auth 2 and JWT based authentication?
So JW2 is every configuration we need to store this usernames, password, and all those
Mm-hmm.
management, username, password managements, everything. So OAuth is basically getting help from a third party authenticated app. Whenever if we are entering to um, any apps or website, it will ask for sign in with Google accounts, other accounts. So there is an already authenticated mechanism associated with this things. So we
Okay,
are just simply using it.
got it. So, uh, in short, Auth 2 is an authorization protocol, right? And
Yeah.
JW2 is a compact token format, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is used as an access token in Auth 2.0 we can use, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Suppose one of your microservices is responding very slowly and it's affecting the
Okay.
whole system. So how would you
Okay.
diagnose and fix the issue?
Okay. First, we will be like checking the
Mm-hmm.
logs with the help of monitoring tools. Then if there is anything which is taking quite a long time, like for example, if any query is taking long time, we can if that particular snippet is taking long time, we can go for
Mm-hmm.
anything which is further another query, like we can optimize it. We need to optimize it so that it
Mm-hmm.
will give the results in a very less time. Or if it's having anything issues with memories and all, we need to configure it accordingly. And if it's only at peak time, sometimes it's happening in a good way, then we need
Mm-hmm.
to have this load balancing everything in a right manner so that it balance all the traffic at a time. Basically, this is only for the peak time and all. Basically, if it's taking very long time, then we need to have everything like logging everything. Then we need to configure where it is taking more time, and in that particular space, we need to work on that, whether it's
Yep.
in a database query or in
Mm.
a logics.
Correct, correct. Okay. Which tools or Spring features would you use for observability?
Uh, Actuators are basic things.
Okay. And
But in my project, they are using Prometheus also.
Prometheus. So you are also visualizing the logs in the Prometheus?
I'm not much into that DevOps team and all, but they used to use these things, and we'll configure some of the things in our properties file for that for their logs and monitoring accordingly.
Okay,
We
got it.
used to. Yeah.
Let's say you have implemented a circuit breaker in microservices, right?
Okay.
Now the main method fails, right? And then fallback methods itself fails. So
Okay.
what will happen in this situation?
So, so once after having this timeout and all, if fallback also fails,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it will give us some messages. So if we have an already configured environment or
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure, then we need to have another service or instance should be up and compensate the things accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we need to have this alarming system and all tracking so that will work on that particular scenario.
Got it. Yeah, that is true. If this fails, obviously we cannot do anything. We'll see the exception that will propagate, right? And we can set some alarms, some warnings, and all. Also monitor the fallback failure separately. Okay. So, are you working with Maven or Gradle?
Maven.
Maven. What are the difference between compile provided and runtime scopes in Maven? Do you know?
Different compiled scopes.
Yes, yes.
Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe I know, but I couldn't get like which are all those things. Can
Yeah.
I hear it from you?
Yeah. So basically, there are three things in Maven: compile, provided, and runtime scopes. Three scopes: compile scope,
Okay.
provided scopes, and runtime scope. So compile is a default one, right? Here
Ah,
dependency is needed for compiling and is a part of runtime and packaged, right? Whereas
okay.
provided it needed to compile but assumed to be provided by runtime container, not packaged in the artifact. And whereas
Okay.
runtime, it is not needed at compile time but required at runtime, not available to compile but included in runtime class path. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And do you know the difference between Maven clean and Maven install?
Maven clean and Maven install, like it will rebuild and all the again or add all the dependencies, then
Mm-hmm.
compile all our class in each and every classes.
I mean, both will do the same thing, or like I just want to know the difference between Maven clean and Maven install.
Both will do the similar things, but this install will do things right from like kind of scratch. It will do everything.
Yeah, Maven install also builds bundles or application, right?
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Suppose you committed some sensitive credentials to Git by mistake. So,
Okay.
how would you fix it, and what would you make sure in the future, or what would you implement in the future?
You mean like we are committing credentials in the Git?
Yes, you committed sensitive credential to Git by mistake.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, so
So
like,
you,
what would you do immediately, and what would you do in future? Just tell me two stuff.
if any kind of rollback mechanism available, we'll try to do that one.
Hmm.
Otherwise, generally we used to create a branch and we will be working on that branch. So working on that branch only. So before pushing or before it's getting merged, we will have some time. So within that time, we need to make sure it's not getting pushed. And we
Okay.
need to inform if at all we have already raised a peer, then we need to inform people who are going to approve that.
Hmm.
So in that way, and in future, I should have this in my mind. Like I should not do this kind of steps because by mistake only we are doing. This
Hmm.
will happen just one times or two times. It will not going to get repeated. So
We
once
can
we
install the secret scanning tools, also pre-commit hooks that will
okay,
not be able to allow us to commit if that is failing.
okay. What is that tool name?
There are many. I mean, GitHub or GitLab also provides their inbuilt tools.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
and we can also add some external tools as well.
okay,
Basically, we have to integrate and we have to add few things in our code base, right?
okay,
Mostly the settings things, and when we try to commit it, but our that tool scans that we are just going to commit the secrets, and it won't allow us to commit it. It will do something like that, that our git commit will fail.
okay,
Okay. Yes. That I think most of the clients and products do this pre-commit scanning.
okay,
Yes. Okay. Uh, Moving ahead. Um, uh, let's say you are working on a feature branch, right? You have cloned the feature branch from master recently, and
okay,
now you are
okay,
working on it, and you made around 30 commits in your feature branch, right?
okay,
Now you just want to merge it, your feature branch, you want to merge it into the master, right? But after reviewed by your team lead or product lead, they found all the commits are not required to be merged in the master branch. Out of 30, maybe 5, 6, 7, let's say 5 commits are required only. out of 30.
Mm,
And those
mm, mm,
five wouldn't be the sequential commits like 1, 2, 3. It may be the
mm.
first, then third, then 12th, and then this. Now, how would you merge your branch in such way that only these five commits will be there in the master and other will be skipped?
Okay, this is kind of scenario like I haven't uh like met. Uh, I'm not much aware because we
Okay.
used to have this 2 or 3 commits and I used
Mm-hmm.
to do things. So can I hear it from you, like how there is a easy
Yeah,
way
yeah.
for that?
Okay, so the easiest way is to use cherry pick. Have you
Okay,
used
okay,
it?
cherry.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
I
we
have used
could.
it because we used to have 3 to 4. Just we'll swap
Mm-hmm.
between commits and we'll do
Mm-hmm.
the
So we can just
push
pick or I mean specific commits and just directly
cherry pick. Yeah.
push. Yep. Okay. Moving ahead. So let's say your build is failing due to dependency conflicts, right? So
Mm.
how would you resolve the version conflicts in Maven? Or did you face any version related issues in your Spring Boot project ever?
Mm. Yeah, I used to resolve manually or will be having uh, uh, like predefined things in our repositories. Like we used to have these versions and that versions.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Okay,
used to do in that manner.
got it. Or have you heard about dependency management?
Yes,
Okay, what is the purpose
form.
of dependency management inside POM?
Once we introduced any dependency for any feature, so it will have all those libraries and plugins, everything
Mm-hmm.
to be like installed in our project.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can use easily, and there will be no heavy configurations. Just for example, if we are taking Spring Starter security, we just if we need any security, we just need to have that dependency, and it will give a basic username, password authentication for our application. In that way, it works. It avoids extra configuration or more number of
Mm,
codes needs to be written.
got it. Suppose you have an e-commerce system where the payment service is down. How will you
Hmm.
design the system so that the other services like order service still works smoothly?
Uh, in this, actually, it should be microservice because ecom service generally we have n number of services.
Mm-hmm.
So each service is working independently. If payment service is getting delayed or it's getting
Mm-hmm.
anything occurs with the payment service, everything in the back end, other services are usually running. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some of the APIs or API calls or some of the services depend on the payment service. Only those applications will get delayed.
Okay.
For that, uh,
Got it. So let's say you are working on an e-commerce application and there are multiple services like order service, inventory service, payment service, etc. Right? So someone is placing an order, everything is getting success, right? And in the end, payment gets failed. So
mm,
what would you do in this situation using microservice architecture?
that's why, like in microservice architecture, we need to apply this system design patterns and all. For this kind of things, this Saga
Hmm.
pattern will comes in picture.
Okay.
See for a add order placement, the entire sequence needs to be executed. If anything fails in between, the entire
Hmm.
things need to get rolled back. Like our order will get rolled back. Then according to that, our inventory service will get updated. So
Got it.
all these things need to be executed for which we are using the Saga pattern.
Okay. Now, let me just twist this situation. Now, let's say the user is able to even I mean, able to do a payment service is also getting success. Now, in the end, notification service is getting failed where user and seller gets notification, right? That service is failing now. So, what would you do in this situation?
In this situation, like, see, this is the critical coding sections or a critical thing is actually executed. This
Hmm.
notification and the email service and all, we can also fix it and send within some delay time. That will not be a much problem.
Okay. So, you may face this situation, right? Now,
Okay.
uh, right now, how would you design the system by keeping in mind that you might face this situation in future? What would you do with the notification service?
Notification and email service. So once executed, we need to send it immediately. In that case, uh, we'll have this retry pattern and all for the
Mhm.
services, so that it will get, because of any glitch something occurs, so it will get executed again.
We can add retries, right? After some gaps, or we can add as more as
Delay, yeah.
retries, right? Mm. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so let's say if your database has millions of records and you need to
Hmm.
fetch the data efficiently, right?
Hmm.
So how would you do, how would you implement in the Spring Data JP?
Paging, sorting, indexing, like we need to implement these things to get things optimized.
Okay, and how would you optimize the performance for heavy read and write operations?
Heavy read and write operations will usually, in some system designs, like they are separating this write database things and read database things in a separate lines.
Hmm.
It will not interfere with each other in that way.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh,
For reads, let's discuss separately. Let's discuss first about reads, right?
okay.
So, what do you think for reads? What's the best way, or what we could do for optimize the performance? We can add caching, right? We
Yeah,
can do
caching.
read replicas,
Mm,
right? The
okay.
normalization for read heavy queries, query optimization, and proper indexing. Now let's come to
Okay.
the writes. We can utilize batch, insert, and updates in batches, right?
Okay.
We can implement partitioning or sharding. We can
Mm-mm.
implement optimistic locking and pessimistic locking, right?
Okay.
So these we could do in the write for optimization.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Pavitra, as a 5 years experienced developer, how do you monitor junior developers in your team?
When it comes to like junior developers, we are already having this monitoring things, like in day by day basis, how they are going, checking with them whether they have any roadblocks or they are in any situation where they couldn't like resolve any things
Mm-hmm.
in the coding, or
Mm-hmm.
we'll check on daily basis, like whether they have any roadblocks or they are having any issues with systems or coding, everything.
Okay.
And in the it's like if we are working in a hybrid manner, it's quite, I mean, in a remote manner, it's quite difficult. But
Mm-hmm.
it was like work from home office for me, so it's very easy to track them.
Got it. Okay. Um, can you give an example where your mentorship or leadership helped solve a technical or process issue?
Yeah, actually, sometimes we'll get a feature, whether it's a big feature, some three to
Hmm.
four people will use to work on that particular feature. So
Okay.
according to the manpower only, we'll be giving a task and time schedule, like when
Hmm.
it will get finished and all. We had a situation like two of them were on leave, like they had some sudden requirement for that. And in that
Mm-hmm.
particular time, it's even though there are only two people, because the already predefined time we gave to the client is
Mm-hmm.
according to four people.
Okay.
So where there is a situation like this happens, like we need to take responsibility accordingly. And in that time, I took all the leadership and try to uh, uh, close the things within a given time. And also, I
Mm-hmm.
had words with the client that it's not like excuses and all. This is what is
Mm-hmm.
happening. We are trying to complete like as much as possible, but still if there
Mm-hmm.
is anything like there also needs to consider.
Yep.
It's
Got it.
not like directly to the client, to the
Mm-hmm.
management, to the upper management or a team lead.
Got it. Okay, let's say your manager gives you a tight deadline for a feature, but you
Mm.
know it can compromise code quality. Okay, so how will
Mm-mm.
you approach this situation? Would you do this on time by compromising code quality, or like what would your approach?
No, like compromising code quality is only again a problem for the coders only. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't do this code quality compromising,
So would you
because
you would deliver it late or like?
no, like we need to speak accordingly. We'll discuss with the people, and we need to get approvals accordingly by stating the essential problem. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is how the things work. This is otherwise we need to ask the people like. But in the corporate, we can't directly tell like I can give, but I can give this with
Mm-hmm.
this defects and all. Instead, we need to state them clearly. We'll need to get approval and need to work
Correct,
accordingly.
correct. Okay, in Spring Boot, if you mark a bean as a scope and prototype, I mean,
Mm-mm.
prototype is scoped, so who
Okay.
manages its life cycle and what happens?
Um, so prototype, anyhow, yeah, if it is a Spring created bean, Spring
Hmm.
is managing all its life cycle and all. But there
Okay.
will be one more than one instance will be created for this kind of beans
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
for prototypes.
Container creates and configures prototype beans when requested, but it does not manage their full life cycle after creation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, container does not call destruction callbacks for prototype beans.
Uh,
Okay.
for prototypes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. If your monolithic application is performing well, is it always a good idea to break it into microservices?
No, no. Uh, See, if our monolithic is performing good, it's depend on the situation. Some projects are still using monolithic because there is no distributed there is no need for a much distributed things. For
Hmm.
example, if you took an e-com service, this needs to be segregated into microservice because there are much problem associated with this things.
Hmm.
And if millions of peoples are using that, we need to give a good customer experience. That's why we are moving to this microservice. Some system design or some applications behave well and good in monolithic itself, so it
Got
will
it.
give our cost efficient and
Hmm.
storage efficient in each way. This will be very advantageous. So in that way, we'll still continue with the monolithic. That's better.
Okay, got it. Okay, so are you using AI tools and all to optimize your performance, or like how much AI you guys are using?
No, not much. I use AI generally for my personal use, not actually from our official time. I mean,
Okay, so you
officially
don't
they
have
didn't have
any AI integration in
any
your project.
no, no, yeah.
Oh,
We
nice,
don't
nice.
have any
Okay,
integration.
okay, got it. Do you know about AI agents and all, like AI awareness and all?
Yeah, now it's getting boomed, and I was about
Hmm.
to get some Gen AI foundation courses and
Okay,
all.
got it.
And for our personal for the work only, for preparing itself, like for interviews also I'm using, but from my personal account,
Cool.
giving a correct prompt and all.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so Pavitra, it's done from my end, and yes, it was a very, very nice interview.